Hello everybody! Here is the tutorial for my original card trick, my most recent original card trick. If you have not seen the performance yet, please check it out right over here. Should be a link right over here. Check it out. Or you won't know what I'm talking about in the tutorial. Plus, it's a really great performance, so you don't want to miss it. Now, what you'll need is a deck of cards, and it really is just one single legitimate deck of cards, and a blindfold, obviously. And I used a hat in my performance, as you saw. Doesn't really matter what, as long as you can't see. If they trust you, you can even just close your eyes. Now, the deck does use a setup, and the setup is, you go through the deck, take the face card, okay, this is the Three of Hearts, go through the deck, and find the soulmate and place that down. And then continue through with the next card. And don't be tempted, and although you're going to be tempted to, let's say you just, when you're going through, maybe you'll find a pair like this, see? The 2 4s are right there. And you'll want to put them both down so you don't have to wait till you get to them. Resist the temptation, and to make it as random as possible, just start from the bottom, keep on going through, and I'm going to fast forward all this boring stuff. Now, once you're done, you should have the deck in a setup like this. So you have all the cards, half the cards here, and all the soulmates directly opposite it. Now what you do is put the 2 halves together, and make sure you don't shuffle the deck. You can do a few false cuts, like that, like this one, which I love a lot. And you can do single cuts like that, but you cannot do a triple cut, which would be something like that. That will mess up the order of the deck. So you can do single cuts, just keeping that order. Now, mathematically, well, yeah, let's get to that later. Here we go. First, you have them cut the deck anywhere, and then have them take the top card. The top card is the 3 of spades, and I'm just going to tell you that 26 cards down, which is the exact middle, because right here I have 51 cards, the 26th card, just to prove it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. The 26th card is the 3 of clubs, the soulmate of the card that they chose. And it'll happen no matter where they cut it. So you have them cut the deck, and this is all while you're blindfolded. Let's say they take the 9 of Hearts. They don't know they didn't have the 9 of Hearts yet. I like revealing it later. I think it adds a bit of suspense. And then what you do is you have them do, you have them give you the pack, and it really doesn't matter if it's face down or face up. It really doesn't, because the 3 of clubs, now it's the 9 of diamonds. The soulmate is still in the exact same position whether you're holding the deck like this or like this. So then what you do is you deal down into 2 piles. But before I start with that, this is what you have to remember. 2, 1, 1, 2. Just remember those numbers. 2, 1, 1, 2, middle. 2, 1, 1, 2, middle. And so what you do is you deal down 2 piles while blindfolded. People are often very impressed just the fact that you were able to do all that while blindfolded and still keep the piles together, as you may have seen in the performance. I'm not blindfolded for this tutorial, but I would be for the performance now. You remember which pile you started dealing with. I started dealing with this pile, so that would make this pile 1 and this pile 2. And if you remember the numbers, I said 2, 1, 1, 2. So you're going to start with the second pile, which means you have to get rid of the first pile. You go with the second, get rid of the first. And the next one is 1, so after dealing them down like this, you go with the first pile you started dealing, that'd be this one. So you get rid of pile number 2. Then the next number, we did 2, 1. We've got another 1 here. I start with this pile. This is pile number 1. And I go with pile number 1. And this last time, you do pile number 2. Get rid of pile number 1. You're left with 3 cards. Now, the middle card is the soulmate. The 9 of diamonds matches the 9 of hearts. But this is when you want to be really dramatic while still blindfolded. You take your hands and wave, just hold them over the 3 cards, and take the middle one, push it forward, get rid of the other 2. You could show them if you want to. The idea is you get rid of them, and then you have them bring out their card, or like you saw in the performance, it was covered by the box, so it was staying in view. You have them turn over their card, first you describe the idea of soulmates, then you have them turn over their card showing the 9 of hearts. Then you say, and this card should be the 9 of diamonds. If it all worked out, this should be the 9 of diamonds. They turn it over, it is the 9 of diamonds. Now, a few tips for when you're blindfolded and you're dealing down the cards into 2 piles. You want to be, you want the table you're using to be a fair amount over your waist, a bit higher than your waist, because otherwise, I'm going to close my eyes and just do this, and show you what it looks like when it's close to my waist and when it's higher up. There you go. That's with it a little bit lower down. When it's higher up, however, it looks like this. I'm just going to put another layer on here. I'm going to add... No, I'll just show you what it looks like when it's less. Here we go. So I'm just using a TV table. Here we go. So that's what happens when it's a little bit higher up. And when it's lower down, you see that with your eyes closed, you lose control. My eyes are closed. I don't know what I'm doing. I hope I'm doing well. So the idea is to get it. See, that's much more messy. The idea is you want to get the cards to be as high up as possible. Now, a few more things. I will not be doing too many more tutorials unless I get more subscribers. And hope to see you next time.